Okay. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. We're going to begin as we invite our Gesher 3 families, the whole family, all of our Gesher 3 families who are here to come join us at the Bima and to light our Shabbat candles. The blessing can be found on page 2. Okay, I thought we were going to light candles and then that, but okay. Yep. Okay, you have to come all the way this way so we get you in the camera.
Oh, I forgot.
Yes. The challenge of modern Jewish life. Okay. So, why don't you lead us? Two of you can read together here.
O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which we live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Bless all who enter the sanctuary in need, and all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love.
Excellent. Shauna, since you're close, could you? There's a little button. There you go. Let's join together in the blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Please be seated, and Edie, why don't you come up?
Shabbat Shalom, everyone, and
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
welcome to Gesher 3 Shabbat. We are honored this night with Evie Hodgins, Lila Kobierski, and George Bernstein, who cannot be with us today because he was not feeling well. And parents, Lila and Ted Kobierski, Shana and Rob Hodgins. Karen, what did I say? Yeah, okay. A mini me. There you go.
You were closely related.
Yeah, okay. So I found this poem by Israeli poet Ada Aharoni. Dear children, you were born with loving hearts, and in them star seeds of peace. You are the future, you are life. You do not want to die in wars like some of your fathers and mothers and ancestors. Smart children, armed with smartphones and computers, you will shoot your peace messages all over the Middle East, all over our global village. Your rapid fingers will bring us what we failed to bring you. A world where not one gun is fired. A world where each child is a twinkling star of peace, well fed and smiling at life.
We'll join together in Hine Matov, how wonderful it is to be together on this day.
Hine
Matovu
matovu
manayim,
manayim, shevet achim
Page 10.
gam yachad. Hine matovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim, shevet achim gam yachad.
One of the ways that we welcome Shabbat into our hearts, into our lives, is to join together in this part of the service, this part which is the Kabbalat Shabbat, the welcoming of Shabbat, and we do that as we mystically welcome our Shabbat bride with Lecha Dodi, page 20.
We will be doing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabala. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabala la 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 lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabala. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabala. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Hishmianu el hamiuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, L'shemot tiferet v'liti la 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 la, Lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabala. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabala. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, ki mekor haberacha, merosh mikedem nesucha, sof ma'aseh b'machshavat chila la 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 la. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabala. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabala. Hitoreri, ki va'orech kumi uri shir daberi, kevod Adonai alayich nigla la 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 la. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabala. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabala. Boi v'shalom ateret bala, gam b'simcha u'b'tzola, toch emunei am segula,
dodi, likrat kala, Pene Shabbat nekabala, lecha dodi, likrat kala, Pene Shabbat nekabala.
Please be seated as we continue on page 22. Mizmor Shir L'Yom HaShabbat, a psalm, a song for Shabbat. The righteous bloom like a date palm, they thrive like a cedar in Lebanon. Planted in the house of Adonai, they flourish in the courts of our God. In old age, they still produce fruit. They are full of sap and freshness, attesting that Adonai is upright, my rock, in whom there is no wrong. Lila and Evie, come on up to the bima as we prepare to get ourselves ready for prayer and ready to lead the congregation. And in a moment, Jesse will begin with Chatzi Kaddish, and then the two of you will lead us in Baruch. And any idea what the Baruch says, or what it really means? It's not actually in the words. Do you have any idea? So the Baruch is actually a question. It's a question that the service leaders are going to ask the congregation. And they're going to say, can we praise God forever and ever? And we will respond in affirming that and say, yes, let's praise God forever and ever. And in that way, we have appointed you our service leaders for tonight. Ready? Okay. So we rise together as we turn to page 26 for Chatzi Kaddish.
Yitkadav, yitkadash meraba, ve'amadi v'rachute, ve'amlich malchute, b'chayecha u'v'yamecha, u'chayedecho beit Yisrael, Bagala, u'vizman karim, imeru, amen. Yehesh meraba mevorach, le'olam olam le'amaya, Yitbarach, Yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'yitbar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal, shemei kudesha urichu, le'lam min kol birchata v'shirata, Tushbechata v'nechemata, Damiran be'oma, Imeru, Amen.
And we turn to page 28 for Baruch.
Yai la 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 la, Yai la 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 la, Yai la 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 la, Yai la 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 la, Yai la 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 la, Yai la 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 la, Yai la 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 la, Yai la 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 la.
continue, page 31.
Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows.
Baruch
Atah Adonai
Ha'ariv Aravim.
Continuing on page 32.
Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lay down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel.
Baruch
Atah Adonai,
Ohev Amo Yisrael. Ahavat Olam made Yisrael. Amecha Avta, Amcha Avta. Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadeta, Otanu limadeta. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu b'shochnenu, U'chumeinu nasiach bechukecha. V'nizmach b'divrei Toratecha, U'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed. Ki hem chayenu, ve'orech yameinu, u'va'hem negei yomam v'layla, negei yomam v'layla. Ve'ahavatcha l'tasir, mimeinu le'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
And as we turn together to page 34 and we rise for the Shema.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto, Le'olam va'ed. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto, Le'olam va'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Please be seated, and we'll continue on the following page with Va'ahavta.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, b'chol levacha u'b'chol nafshecha, u'b'chol me'odecha, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ושכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו תותפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם
Adonai Elohechem Emet. Page 39. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth. The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love. From bondage in Egypt, we were delivered. At Sinai, we bound ourselves to your way. Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces. Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed.
Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace.
Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea. We invite Evie and Lila back up to the bima to help lead us in our Song of Freedom, Mi Chamocha, page 40.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות עושה פלא, נורא תהילות עושה פלא, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, מלכותך רב בניך, חוקי הים לפני משה, זה אלינו ואמרו, זה אלינו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות עושה פלא, נורא תהילות עושה פלא, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד.
We continue on page 43.
Give us a place to rest, Adonai our God. Bring us into shelter in the soft lawn evening shadows of your truth. For with you are true protection and safety, and in your presence are acceptable and gentle love. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace, for over all we love, over all Jerusalem and yours.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. V'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Uvros aleinu sukat shlomecha, uvros aleinu sukat shlomecha.
We turn together to page 44 as we join in V'shamru, thanking God for the blessings that we have to celebrate Shabbat together, especially led by two such wonderful young ladies.
Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. בני ובן בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
Prayer invites God's presence to suffuse our spirits, God's will to prevail in our lives. Prayer may not bring water to parched fields, nor mend a broken bridge, nor rebuild a ruined city. But prayer can water an arid soul, mend a broken heart, rebuild a weakened will. We rise together for Amidah. Page 46.
Adonai sifatai tiftachu fi agi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor, Vahanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocher Chastei Avot V'imahot, U'mevi Geula Lifnei V'neihem, L'man Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Makin, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magin Avraham Bezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechaye HaKol Atah Rav V'Hoshia, Mashiv HaRuach U'Morid HaGashem, Mechakel Chaim Bechesed, Mechaye HaKol B'Rachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim V'Rofei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Bal Gevurot, Umido Melach, Melech Lemit Umechaye, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman Hatal HaChayot HaKol, Baruch Atah Adonai, Mechaye HaKol. Atah Kadosh V'Shimcha Kadosh, Kadoshim B'chol Yom Yahalu Chasela, Baruch Atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
Please be seated, and we'll invite Evie and Lila forward again. And we continue on page 55.
May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise.
Baruch
Atah Adonai,
Mekadesh HaShabbat. Page 57. Let's read together at the very top of the page. Ever-present one,
may we, your people Israel, be worthy in our deeds and our prayer, wherever we live, wherever we seek you, in this land, in Zion restored, in all lands. You are our God, whom alone we serve in reverence. Baruch Atah Adonai, she'odcha levadcha b'yirah na'avod.
We turn together to page 59.
God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, all light within, for the world around us, so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth, which day by day sustains us. For all these and more we offer thanks.
Baruch Atah Adonai, Hatov Shimcha L'cha Na'eh
Lehodot.
Page 61.
Grant abundant peace to Israel, your people, forever. For you are the sovereign God of all peace. May it be pleasing to you to bless your people Israel in every season and moment with your peace.
Baruch Atah Adonai, Oseh HaShalom.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki Atahu Melech Adon Lecho HaShalom. Ki Atahu Melech Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov beinecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam.
We take a few moments. We leave the prayer book aside. It's filled with wonderful wisdom, but yet it isn't complete because we each have prayers that are in our own hearts, our own minds. And so we leave some space for those prayers too. So we pause for some moments of silent prayer.
Ose shalom bimromav hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Ose shalom bimromav hu yaseh shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen.
We take a few moments and think of all those around the world who need a blessing of healing, all those whose lives have been unbelievably hurt and damaged through armed conflict. All those who fight illness of whatever variety. And healing comes to us in so many ways. Healing of body or soul or mind or heart. And so as we join our voices and we send these prayers of healing to all who need. We think especially in our congregation of Carol Ford, James Chavez, Elizabeth Fogel, Etta Howell, Wendy Sherman, Cheryl Perry, Esther Northman, Michael Shervetsky, Rabbi Brad Bliefeld, and Gerald Hoffman. If you're joining us via live stream and you would like to add a name, please add the name into our chat. If you're here in person and would like to add a name, please do so as I look around.
Linda Casaros, Thomas Costinas, and Don Shepard.
We turn together to page 253. We join our prayer for healing.
Mishe berach avo stands before us. Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach imotenu mekor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
I'd like to invite Edie forward to share some words of Torah.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. This week's Torah portion is Vayikel, which also happens to have been my bat mitzvah parashah back in, no. But it was in 1998. It was at the old temple, and we had 2 feet of snow on that day, March 28th. So the snow coming this weekend is mild compared to what had happened on the day of my bat mitzvah. Vayikel is in regards to building of the Mishkan, the tabernacle in the desert. And Moses and God had commanded all the people to bring the gold, the silver, the fine linens, the dolphin skins, everything. Everybody participated in bringing something to build this ark. And in my research, I always like to peruse through the internet and some of the books to find some words of inspiration. And it just so happens, I found this thing about Israeli poet Yehuda Amichai, who wrote, "Don't stop after beating the swords into plowshares. Don't stop. Go on beating and make musical instruments out of them. Whoever wants to make war again will have to turn them into plowshares first." This beautiful sentiment displays the strong predisposition against warfare felt by the Jewish community, itself the historical victims of violence. This poem also contains the key to unlocking a verse in this week's Torah portion. Now, everything in this portion is very precise in regards to measuring and what exactly you needed. The posts were 4, their 4 sockets were of copper, their hooks of silver, and the overlay of their tops was silver, as were also their bands. Why silver and copper and not a more durable, lasting metal? In addition to their natural beauty, we are taught that these metals were used in construction of the Mishkan due to their unsuitability for weaponry. So everything that went into building the Mishkan, you could not use to make weapons. Our most sacred space itself, in addition to the rituals contained within, are constant reminders of our highest aspiration, that nation shall not lift up sword against nation, nor shall they learn war anymore. And as I was reading this, I printed it off, and I did not notice this, but this was written by Rabbi Aaron Myers of Temple Emmanuel, South Hills, Pittsburgh. Rabbi Myers had his bar mitzvah here and was confirmed at Temple Anshe Hesed, and is now the rabbi of Temple Emmanuel in Pittsburgh. So I feel sort of honored to read something that he wrote. He is a wonderful person, and So that's what I have. Now I'd like to invite up Evie and then Lila. You guys can both come up. Now you'll lead us. Where's your Nevada Taurus?
I read the Torah portion on giving tzedakah, the obligation of giving tzedakah. It was about the Jews given supplies to build the tabernacle. The Jews gave acacia wood, jewels, dolphin skins, colored yarns, goat's hair, ram skins, oil, and spices. Eventually, though, when the tabernacle was built, there was too much supplies. The supplies were given back, and the people learned that it was important to give to charity. Now, giving to charity is important because it helps the community and anyone who has less than us.
I also read the portion, The Obligation of Giving Charity or Tzedakah. This passage was about how Moses asked the people of Israel to give charity to build their sanctuary. The people brought more than was expected. The Israelites were then taxed for things like schools, libraries, and shelters for the poor. They were taught to give to charity. Then they no longer needed taxes. The people had covered everything from just the charity. The theme relates to today's world as well. If everyone gave to charity, we would no longer have to pay taxes. As modern-day Jewish people, we should always strive to help the needy.
So I have a question. When you read through the portion and you read all of the different things that were needed for the tabernacle, there's a lot there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's all the different coverings, and they're all carved, and they're done so carefully, and it's all so complicated. And it says that there's this guy named Bezalel. Did you ever read about Bezalel? Okay, so he's one of the artists. He's one of the main artists in the construction. But do you think one guy could create all of those pieces of art? No. So in fact, the text gives us a bit of an insight, because it says God gives Bezalel this ability to teach. And not just the ability to teach, but that it's in his heart to teach. And he teaches how to create these beautiful things. And in so many different ways, you have taught us about the portion and Shabbat, and as you've led the service, in how we can create beautiful things out of our lives and out of Shabbat. So thank you to Edie for your artistic teaching. Yes, and all of you and your classmates too, who aren't here, and for their following in Bezalel's footsteps of being that amazing artist who isn't just an artist because he's good at what he does, but he's an artist because his heart is there and is able to transmit that and teach that to those who come after him. And that's really what we're all about, right? So good. Yeah, Shabbat Shalom. Yasher Koach. So we'll turn together to page 282. Please rise.
Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon hakol ateit gedula le'otzeh bereshit shelo asanu kegoyeh haratzot velo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama shelo sam chelkeinu kahem v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam V'anachnu korim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei Baruch Hu, Shehu notei shamayim ve'osed haaretz, u'moshav yikaro b'shamayim imo, u'shchinatu zo, ve'kovhei meromim, Hu Eloheinu Eidod, Emet Malkeinu Efezuloto, Kakatu B'Torato, Ve'adata Hayom, Ve'hashevota Elevavecha, Ki Adonai Hu HaElohim, B'Shamayim Mimo, Ve'aretz mitachat einod, V'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz, Bayom hahu, Yeh Adonai echad, Ushemo echad.
Please be seated. Our thoughts turn now to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. We are in the period of Shloshim for Mitzi Kernis and David Lester, and we observe Yartzeit on this Shabbat for Bennett Nussbaum, Hyman Oldstein, Bertha Aaron, Fred Voss, Saul Waxelbaum, Gertrude Cohen, Erwin Levy, Abraham Morris, Sidoni Evans, Joan Harf, Herbert Jacobs, Joseph Marks, Milton Schaffner, Max Schuster, Simon Spatz, Max Goldstein, Isidore Lefkowitz, Johanna Kapp, Abram Kleinert, Max Sender, Sam Kimmel, Alice Rosenbaum, Louis Rosenzweig, J. Emerson Wolfe. If you have any other names to add and you're joining us via live stream, please add the name into our chat. If you are here in person and would like to add a name as I look around, please do so. We rise together as we turn to page 294. Words of Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach rutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uv'yomechon, uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kariv v'imru, Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'alam u'larmei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnasei, V'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei dikudsha barichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata damiran bi'alma v'imru Amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru. Amen. Please be seated. I'd like to invite Craig Reynolds forward to share some announcements.
Shabbat Shalom. And thank you, Rabbi and Jesse, for your usual wonderful service. And thank you also to Evie and to Lila and to Edie also for wonderful, insightful service. Thank you very much. Very enjoyable. We have a few announcements tonight. Well, first off, before that, services are in memory of Johanna Cap. And our TGIS dinner is coming up on Friday, March 15th. Please RSVP through the weekly email or call the temple office before March 11th. So that deadline's coming up pretty quick.
And in case you're not exactly aware, this menu is really fantastic. It's the corned beef that they're going to serve. So it'll really be a great Shabbat dinner. But please come. What? I don't know.
Come find out.
But it is St. Patrick's Day weekend, so.
Yep. Okay, also, we have a Tot Shabbat coming up on Friday, March 15th at 5 p.m. Please contact Kendra at gesher@theerie.org, her usual email, if you have any questions about that. And then a couple more items. One, Purim is coming up. Join us on Sunday, March 24th at 11:30 for an intergenerational Purim celebration. Please RSVP through the weekly email or once again by calling the temple office. And one more item, please turn your clocks ahead this Sunday. You don't want to be late for Gesher, so turn your clocks ahead. You had something?
There is a costume contest, so please come to Forum and dress up. They can win gift cards. Kids have their own ties and adults have their own ties. I want to see people in costume.
Okay.
Excellent. Evie, Lila, come on up and help lead us in closing song and our Shabbat blessings. So I don't think this song is actually in the prayer book, but the words are pretty simple. It is mitzvah,
Mitzvah,
goreret,
goreret,
mitzvah.
mitzvah.
Okay, mitzvah, goreret, mitzvah. Each mitzvah that you do leads you to do another mitzvah, another commandment, another good deed. And the second half is the opposite of that. It is... it is? Oh, great. That makes it much easier. I don't have to remember it. Page 342. Thank you, Julie.
Sure is.
So the reverse of that is avera goreret avera, which means each thing that we do that isn't quite great leads to doing other things that are not great. So we try to work the other way and do as many mitzvot as we possibly can. All right, you ready? Yes. Okay.
Mitzvah, goreret,
mitzvah. Woo! Avera, goreret, avera. Mitzvah, goreret, mitzvah. Goreret, mitzvah. Ya la 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 la. Lihiyot sadik, sadik. Zetov, 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 zetov. Lihiyot sadik, sadik. Tov me'o, mitzvah, goreret, mitzvah. Avera, goreret, avera. Mitzvah, goreret, mitzvah. Goreret, mitzvah. Ya la 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 la.
Lila, pick up the Kiddush cup. There we go. Let's join together.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, b'shabbat kodsho v'yahavahu v'ratzon hinchilanu, zikaron l'maaseh v'reishit, ki hu yom techila l'mikra'ei kodesh, zecher l'tziat mitzrayim, kivanu v'charta ve'otanu kidashta מכל העמים, בשבת קודשך, באהבה וברצון, הנחלתנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, מקדש השבת. Amen.
You can have a sip. You want some more? Evie, take the challah cover off. Excellent. And you can pass it to me. There you go. And pick up the challah, and let's join together. And following services, please join us in the social hall for a special little oneg sweet cold treat. Some lovely ice cream cake, right? And we also have a non-dairy option for those who can't have dairy. So let's join together.
Hamotzi lechem min haaretz, we give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together, as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Yasher koach to our class and to Kendra, our Gesher coordinator. And Edie, thank you for being their teacher.
Yeah.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.